Milunka Savić was born on June 28, 1888, in the village of Koprivnica, Serbia. She was one of the few women who actively fought in the Great War and would go on to become one of the most decorated women in military history. There aren't really any records of her family background or her childhood, but she had a brother because she joined the Serbian military in 1912 posing as a man to take his place. Milunka wanted to see active duty, and women were only allowed to be medical staff at that time. She soon got plenty of action, fighting in both Balkan wars with a unit known as the Iron Regiment, and was promoted to corporal. According to records, she was standing at attention and said she wanted to fight battles for her country and would only accept active service. The officer facing her said he'd think it over and give her an answer the next day. Still standing at attention, she reportedly said, "I will wait." The Great War broke out the next year, and Serbia found itself repeatedly invaded by hundreds of thousands of Austro-Hungarian imperial soldiers. In November and December 1914, the Battle of Kolubar was fought, and although the Serbs were big underdogs, they not only won, they drove the Austrians right out of Serbia. There were many tales of her actions at Kolubara. She crossed no man's land alone, tossing grenades, jumped into an Austrian trench and took 20 prisoners single-handedly. Later on, after the Bulgarians had joined the war and Serbia was again under siege, she cleared out a Bulgarian trench and took 23 prisoners single-handedly, for which she was awarded a second star. That last happened at the Battle of Cerna, and after that, the Serbian army retreated across the snowy mountains to the Albanian coast. They were evacuated by the British and French, and Milunka's unit then became a Serbian brigade in the French army. Milunka was wounded a total of 9 times and was decorated time and again by a variety of nations. On one occasion, Milunka was challenged by a French officer in Thessaloniki who couldn't believe that a woman was so capable. That story is also told with it being a French officer refusing to believe she could throw grenades with great accuracy, and she took the bottle out on the first grenade. But with the impressive number of awards and honors she received, she is certainly one of the most decorated women in military history, if not the most decorated. Even post-war, she continued to receive honors and awards, including the Serbian silver and gold medals for her service back in the Balkan Wars. The French offered to give her a military pension if she moved to France and lived there. She declined, though, and lived in Belgrade in what was Yugoslavia for the rest of her life in a neighborhood that is now named after her. As for her civilian life, Milunka didn't have any school certificates and may have been illiterate, so she worked in a post office and was a janitor in a bank. That was until the half-century remembrances of the Great War in the 1960s. There have been movies and plays about her, and she is remembered as a Serbian war hero.